think let's take a look at the background of the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yes, so the NES launched in 1985 in test markets.
Ish, yeah.
So the history of the NES is kind of like all over the board. It's really weird. Like
Pricing,
dates.
Yeah.
There's nothing consistent.
Yeah.
So we just picked a number and a date, and that's what we're going with. So it launched October 18th, 1985 in test markets, and it came out in 86 nationwide, which was super cool.
Yeah, it is a really convoluted launch for the console. You know, as far as pricing goes, looking up MSRPs, we see anywhere from, you know, $89.99 all the way to like $149.99 for the core console. But the core console, the control deck, is what was released initially.
In just 3 years, they've sold more than 11 million hardware units at about $100 each.
The sales of the NES is unique to me because worldwide sold 62 million units, only 34 million in the United States. Now, for the time, that's a ton.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But it's weird to me that number's not higher because, you know, you weren't born until 94. I was born in 86, so I was like right in the heart of it. And I don't know of a household that had kids around my age that did not have an NES. It seems like everybody had one.
Everyone had one, which is crazy because that number is so low compared to like PS4 and stuff like that. Like, that's so weird. But back in the day, that was a lot.
Yeah, you know, and you think about like the Switch. I mean, it's like 3 times that number of sales already, and it's still rolling. So it is a lower number in the US anyway than I would have imagined. We've looked at this data before, but it always kind of stands out to me. But that is a large number when you consider that it was bringing the video game market out of a major recession where things kind of hit the floor basically, and Nintendo didn't even know is this thing gonna work, so they had to make it almost look like an appliance. They
kind of made it look so then people didn't know what it was, and then they bought it. It was very weird, and the original look of the NES does look very weird.
The toaster model, you know, it definitely, they took a different form factor than you know, they did in Japan with the Famicom and things like that. But I think it is credited, though, video games as we know it would probably be a little different if the NES hadn't arrived and did what it did there in the mid to late 80s. It was on fire.
Now you're playing with power.
We greatly appreciate you tuning in to this episode of Gaming Off the Grid Nibbles and Bits. If you like what you saw here, check out the full episode that this snippet came from in the description below. Much love, everybody. Cheers.